Coming to get you, Bobber.
Jennifer's Body is a 2009 horror movie directed by Karen Kusama, and it stars Megan Fox, Amanda Seyfried and Adam Brody. As this is an older movie, guys, you know the score. This is going to be a spoiler review. A newly possessed high school cheerleader turns into a succubus who specialises in killing her male classmates. Can our best friend put an end to the horror? I only ever saw this movie once, and that was in the cinema back in 2009, and it's been 11 years, but I think I remembered actually really loving this movie, and I don't know why. I think it might be I was influenced by Megan Fox at the time, obviously 11 years ago. So I decided, let's watch it again because it's got really bad reviews. A lot of people hate this movie. There are some people that like it, me included at the time. So I thought, let me revisit it. It is the Halloween season, so I'll revisit it and see what I actually think about it now. Now, the look and the feel of the movie was really good. I think it was very stylistic. A lot of good colour scenes in it, a lot of good set design. The cinematography was really good. The scenes that were supposed to be dark and scary actually was really dark and scary. So the look and the feel of the movie lived up to what it was back in 2009 for me. I loved the cast. Even the supporting cast was really good. We had Adam Brody, Kyle Garner, and we had J.K. Simmons as well as the teacher, so we had a really strong cast overall. The supporting characters were just as strong as the main cast members. I think the premise was very interesting, but also, in my opinion, I think it had an identity crisis. When I watched it again for the second time, it felt like two movies in one. We had one part of the movie, it seemed like this sort of slapstick comedy in the vein of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That's the kind of comedy aspect that it felt like. Obviously, it didn't help that we had a cast member from Scott Pilgrim. But then on the other hand, we've got this dark horror. And when it was that dark horror, it was pretty frightening in some scenes. And then when it was supposed to be funny, some of it was funny as well, but it just didn't pay off. I think it was trying to be these two in one, and it didn't work for me. I think it had to be one or the other for it to work fully. But because it was fighting over what type of movie it wanted to be, I think that's where I was getting confused, and I didn't enjoy that. Because of this, I think it didn't quite fill the shoes of a movie like Scott Pilgrim or a really dark horror movie, so it felt like there was something missing. Obviously, Megan Fox was great as Jennifer, but I think there was something missing there as well, because Jennifer was great at the beginning. She was great during the possession parts of the movie as well. But then at the end of it, that she just let go. Now, she was terrifying. I think she was terrifying throughout the movie. Even when she was normal, she was a bit of a bitch. But when she was this evil entity, I was terrified of her. Not personally, but she was supposed to be terrifying. And then at the end of the movie, she just gave up. And it's almost as if the writers of the film thought, we've got nowhere else to go. We used all our eggs in our basket within the first 5-10 minutes. There's nothing left to do. Let's just let her give up. And that's it. So I was very disappointed in the end of the film. I liked the twist where Amanda Seyfried had those powers, but at the same time I thought they just kind of gave up. I thought I was going to have a lot more to say about Jennifer's Body because I did remember loving this, but when I was watching it last night, it all just kind of fizzled out for me. There were some good scenes, some memorable scenes as well, and it wasn't a terrible film. It was just very forgettable because obviously I forgot about it from 11 years ago. I just felt like it had a really good idea and a really good premise, and they didn't go anywhere with it. And I think that's all down to the type of movie that it was. They tried to split the genre, and that didn't work for me. So what did you guys think about Jennifer's Body? I know that a lot of people my age, I'm 36 just now, so I was about 25 at the time when I saw it, and obviously 25-year-olds want to go and see Megan Fox at the time. So I think she blinded me by the movie and not how good a movie it actually was. But let me know what you thought, guys. Let me know what you thought of it back then, and let me know what you thought of it now. I thought it was going to be roles reversed. I thought I would have liked it more now than I did back then, but it turns out I liked it more back then than I did now. But let me know down below what you thought. And as always, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Succubus. Oh God.